Hello, grade 3. Good to be with you for values class. All right, as we always do, we're going to go ahead and take our mindfulness moment. I'm going to bring our singing bowl. Again, allowing ourselves a little reset in our ears, our hearing, and our brain. I'd like to do our 5 breaths. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold it. 2, 3, 4, 5, and let it go. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold it. 2, 3, 4, 5, and let it go. 2, 3, 4, 5. Last time. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, big breath. Oh, and hold it. 2, 3, 4, 5, and let it all go. All right. Now we're ready to be able to be in this place in this time. My friends, I want to finish our values time together by reading a book entitled The 3 Questions. The 3 Questions. You know, it's about how do we know the right thing to do at the time? What is our response to be when we're faced with decisions or challenges? What is the right action? When is the best time to do things? Who is the most important one? And what is the right thing to do? Those are our 3 questions. And today we're going to start it off by reading a book entitled The 3 Questions. There once was a boy named Nikolai who sometimes felt uncertain about the right way to act. I want to be a good person, but I don't always know the best way to do it. Nikolai's friends understood and they wanted to help him. Well, if only I could find the answers to my 3 questions, then I would always know what to do. When is the best time to do things? Who is the most important one? And what is the right thing to do? Well, Nikolai's friends considered the question. Then Sonia the heron spoke. To know the best time to do things, one must plan in advance. Oh, the monkey, who had been rooting through some leaves to find something good to eat, said, "You will know when to do things if you want to watch and pay close attention." Oh, then Pushkin the dog, who was just dozing off, said, "You can't pay attention to everything yourself. You need a pack to keep watch and help you decide when to do things. For example, Gogol, a coconut is about to fall on your head." Nikolai thought for a moment, and then he asked his second question. Well, who is the most important one? Those who are closest to the sky, said the heron. Those who know how to heal the sick, said the monkey. Those who make the rules, growled Pushkin. Well, Nikolai thought some more, and then he asked the third question. What's the right thing to do? Flying, said the heron. Having fun all the time, said the monkey. Fighting, barked Pushkin right away. Well, then the boy thought for a long time. He loved his friends. He knew that they were all trying their best to help him answer his questions, but their answers just didn't seem quite right. And then an idea came to him. I know, he thought. I'll ask Leo the turtle. He has lived a very long time. Surely he will know the answers I am looking for. So Nikolai hiked high up in the mountains where the old turtle lived. And when Nikolai arrived, he found Leo digging a garden. The turtle was old, and digging was hard for him. I have 3 questions, and I came to ask your help. When is the best time to do things? Who is the most important? And what is the right thing to do? Leo listened carefully But he only smiled. And then he went on with his digging. "Oh, you must be tired," Nikolai said. "Let me help you." The turtle gave him his shovel and thanked him. And because it was easier for a young boy to dig than it was for an old turtle, Nikolai kept on digging until the rows were finished. But just as he finished, the wind blew wildly and rain burst from darkened clouds. And as they moved toward the cottage for shelter, Nikolai suddenly heard a cry for help. Running down the path, he found a panda whose leg had been injured by a fallen tree. Carefully, Nikolai carried her into Leo's house and made a splint for her leg with a stick of bamboo. The storm raged on, banging at the doors and the windows, and the panda woke up. "Where am I?" she said, "and where is my child?" The boy ran out of the cottage and down the path. The roar of the storm was closing. Pushing against the howling wind and drenching rain, he ran farther into the forest. And there he found the panda's child, cold and shivering on the ground. Oh, the little panda was wet and scared, but alive. Nikolai carried her inside and made her warm and dry. And then he laid her in her mother's arms. Leo smiled when he saw what the boy had done. And the next morning the sun was warm and birds sang and all was well with the world. The panda's leg was healing nicely and she thanked Nikolai for saving her and her baby from the storm. And at that moment, Sonia and Gogol and Pushkin arrived to make sure everything was all right. Well, Nikolai felt great peace within himself. He had wonderful friends and he had saved the panda and her child. But he also felt disappointed. He still had not found the answers to his 3 questions. So he asked Leo one more time. The old turtle looked at the boy. "But your questions have been answered," said Leo. "They have?" asked the boy. "Certainly. Yesterday, if you had not stayed to help me dig my garden, you wouldn't have heard the panda's cries for help in the storm. Therefore, the most important time was the time you spent digging in the garden. The most important one at that moment was me. And the most important thing to do was to help me with my garden. Later, when you found the injured panda, the most important time was the time you spent mending her leg and saving her child. The most important ones were the panda and her baby. And the most important thing to do was to take care of them and make them safe." Remember then that there is only one important time, and that time is now. The most important one is always the one you are with. And the most important thing to do is good for the one who is standing at your side. For these, my dear boy, are the answers to what is most important in this world. And that is why we are here. There are 3 questions, and that is why we are here. In this story, my friends, the little boy is seeking to determine how to be a good person. And when he asked that question, when is the best time to do something, he was given advice. Oh, plan in advance. Oh, pay attention. Or have a group of people help you decide. And when he asked the question, who is the most important one? His friend said, oh, the ones who are highest. Oh, the ones who are able to heal the sick. Or the ones who are helping to be able to make the rules. And the third question, answered by his friends, was asking about the idea of what's the right thing to do. And they answered, flying and having fun all the time and fighting. But the little boy didn't knew that those were not quite the right answers. You know, you only can be able to plan so much, can't you? And it's good to have a group of people to help you. But what if you're alone? And certainly who is the most important one always changes. You can't have fun all the time. And certainly you don't want to fight, and none of us can fly. So how many of you figured out the answers to those questions? The most important time is the one that you are in now. Being present to this present moment. It's the focus that you give at this moment. This time is the most important. So are you listening? Are you focused? Are you paying attention? Are you giving it your all? Are you aware and alert to what you might do in this moment? The most important thing, when is the best time to do things, is now. Who is the most important one? The most important one is the one you're with. Are you loving them? Are you helping them? Are you supporting them? Are you being a friend to them? Do you know what they need? And the most important, what is the right thing to do? You know, the most important thing to do is good for the one standing with you. How can you help this person? What can you say that is kind and loving? Are you appreciative of them? Do you say thank you and please and care for them with your manners? My friends, this is why we are here. For each other. For what is in front of us right now. And that's what we take with us wherever we go. We go into the world, into the next moment, and let that be the most important time. And we go into the world with people who are the ones that we are to be attentive to. And they're the most important ones. And we go into the world right then and there, knowing the right thing to do. That's how we'll know that in the next moment, and the moment after that, and the one after that, is what we're to do. It's been wonderful being with you, my friends. Thank you. I bless you all so much for this summer, and we'll see you again next year. Bye.